Welcome back. I'm continuing with the Lego Treehouse build. I've got my camera changed to be more of a close-up because we're going to start doing the actual house part of the treehouse, and there's 3 small assemblies. If you want to get caught up, please check out the previous videos to see how we got to this point. We're starting with bag number 7. Now bags numbers 7 through 13 go into these treehouse assemblies. Just as a reminder, there's 19 bags of parts total. Let's get right into it. There's a footprint. I expect all 3 assemblies will be this size. Well, for whatever reason, there is a pair of scissors that is going into this slot right there. Why, I don't know. What I don't like is that it's loose. Again, if you've watched my other videos, you've heard me complain many times I hate loose parts. So I'm hoping that gets covered up in some way, but I don't understand why there's a pair of scissors there. Well, I think this is a little bed. And thankfully, this is going to cover up the scissors. So why are there scissors under the bed? Okay, small sub-assembly. Now the shape of these little huts are kind of octagonal, so that's where these hinge pieces come in handy. It helps you do the transitions from one wall to another. So I expect there's going to be a lot of hinge pieces in this set. Well, I don't know what this is supposed to represent, but whatever it is, it goes into here, like that. Really weird. There's a printed brick. Looks like it's a small compass. Now this wall assembly goes onto here, and it's going to go from, that's why there's all these smooth pieces down here. So this can sit on top from here, and curve around to there. We have another piece, a small hairbrush, which normally would be loose, but thankfully the designers have put a little hook here, and that can sit in the hook. See, that's what I like. It's a detailed piece, but it's affixed to the set, so it doesn't move around when you move the set. So it's a shelf with a hairbrush. So this is more than just a kid's treehouse. This has got everything in it. Right, do another wall section. Pair of binoculars, again fixed to the set. Another printed brick, an envelope, now this assembly goes on this side. Like that. So this is a bit unusual. Here's the sub-assembly, and it goes in here, but it, oh, okay. So there's 2 pins here, and they're going to go into those 2 hooks down there, because this gets installed upside down and just slides in here, and then the pins will go into those hooks. Again, I always learn something every time I do a new build. New ways of installing pieces together so that they can make different shapes. In this case, we get the bottom half of what's going to be eventually, I think, a round window. And I just realized I installed this in the wrong spot. This should actually be back here, like that. A little vase of flowers should go on the shelf here, like that. Sits nicely in there, so everything's affixed. Now a couple rods go into these hooks at the bottom. So we can get the upper part of the window installed. Boy, somebody really went out of their way to think of unique ways of putting things together. So this will just sit on top, clip into those hooks, and you get a round window out of it. Now, I have a remarkable amount of leftover pieces, including a rather large one. These ones I don't mind because they're little one-offs, including a spare printed brick, which is great. This one I'm concerned. I think I missed this somewhere. I'll have to go back and look. All right, I found it. Way back at the beginning, this piece actually goes underneath, and it should go right here. Doesn't seem that important, but probably will be when it goes to sit on the main assembly. Well, that's the end of bag number 7. We've got the lower half of one of our treehouse huts done. It took me a long time because there's quite a bit of interesting things that happened in here. We got 2 printed bricks, hairbrush, there's a pair of scissors underneath the bed. This window construction with a flower on top was quite well done in terms of the construction technique of having these parts upside down. So the only thing holding these parts together are these pins here, or these rods. And then just the overall look with it being kind of octagonal here. So next up is bag number 8, which will finish off the lower part of the hut, minus the roof. The roof will come later. So let's just get right into bag number 8. Now there's one minifig with this bag of parts. So this should go quicker than the lower half of the hut. Mind you, there's a lot of small pieces in here, so there might be some intricate construction in here. I always get surprised. Let's get going and see how it goes. Another printed brick. It's just a circular pattern. Not sure what it's supposed to represent. Maybe a clock? Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a clock, maybe. Some more hinges to cap off the top. Well, here's something I haven't seen before. It's a ship in a bottle. It's quite a unique printed brick. It's one thing about this set, there are no stickers. Everything's printed. And like this, that's a unique piece. My refrigerator is going to make another big bang here in a minute. That's a small one. Big one's coming. There it is. Almost done the lower half here. A lot of parts left. I'm impressed by the level of detail that's in here. It's hard to see though because it's now all enclosed. There's a light. Another printed brick, which is just a fence board. Now for the front door. Now some detail around the outside. I think this is going to be some railings. That's supposed to be uneven? I'm missing a piece. Where did this piece go? Those will be important for the roof later on. And I'll get a minifig stuck in here somewhere. Put them right on the front here. That's the end of bag number 8, and it completes, minus the roof, the first hut. There's an impressive amount of detail in here, both inside and out. Probably a little hard to see. I'll take some pictures. There's a lot of interesting construction that went in here, from the octagonal shape to the way some of the attachments went on the inside. Given that this is a treehouse, you can see that some of the details, like the colors, are varied. Me imagining somebody just building this out of whatever parts they had available. So a lot of contrast in the wall in terms of colors and shapes and everything. I think it looks really good. Now there's 2 more huts to go. I'm going to build the next 2 while I got my camera set the way it is. And then when all 3 are done, including the roof, then we'll put it into the main assembly onto the tree. Thank you so much for watching. We'll continue with the build next week.